Hey friends, it's Hope and today I am here to do my best in books for November 2015. I do have a playlist. I will link that down below if you guys are interested to see the rest of my best in books throughout the year. But without further ado, let's get started. For the first category, we are going to discuss the best female and male character that I read in the month of November. Hands down, by far, the best male character that I read was Ansel from Sweet Filthy Boy by Christina Lauren. He is just so charming. He is smart. He is successful. He's driven. He is French. So he has this killer accent along with a great name and really good looks. And like I said, he's just super charming. And I really enjoyed this read because of him. Sweet Filthy Boy is a new adult read. And I did do a non-spoiler book review of this book. And I will link that down below if you guys want to hear more of my thoughts. For my best female character this month, I'm giving it to Maggie from Until Friday Night by Abby Glines. At the beginning of this book, we find out that she is mute, and the reason why she has decided not to speak is because her father killed her mother and Maggie has testified against him, and she just doesn't feel like speaking after that traumatic event. Why I loved her character so much is because even though she went through something horrible and traumatic, she did not sit around and whine and complain all day. She was a very strong-willed character. I loved getting to read about her innermost thoughts and how she used her situation to empower and encourage others. I thought that her character was so great, and I loved how strong-willed she was, and honestly, she was one of the most level-headed female characters in a YA book that I've ever read about, and I appreciate that. For the next category, I'm going to talk to you about the book that gave me the best plot twist, and that was definitely in A Thousand Pieces of You by Claudia Gray. There were a couple of different things that happened throughout this book that made me think, that was a sneaky little twist, Claudia Gray. The next category is the book that gave me the best line, and this is going to be kind of a paragraph, but it's from the Rosie Project, and the reason why I love this so much was because it just kind of set the tone for this read. The book follows our main character, Don Tillman. He is a geneticist. He is super smart, a little bit awkward. He's very OCD, and he kind of actually has some like Asperger's tendencies in my opinion, but he is the book version of Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory. So anyways, we follow Don as he is trying to find his perfect match. He gets introduced to a girl named Rosie, who is literally the complete opposite of a type of person that he was wanting. So what I'm going to read you, Don and Rosie are actually in a taxi. So far they have spent quite a lot of time together, and after a very eventful evening, Rosie asks Don, "Do you find me attractive?" And this is what Don says. "Gene told me the next day that I got it wrong, but he was not in the taxi after an evening of total sensory overload with the most beautiful woman in the world. I believe I did well. I detected the trick question. I wanted Rosie to like me, and I remembered her passionate statement about men treating women as objects. She was testing to see if I saw her as an object or a person. Obviously, the correct answer was the latter. I haven't really noticed I told the most beautiful woman in the world." This book was just filled of awkward conversations and hilarious scenes, and I definitely suggest you guys picking it up if you are wanting something a little bit more unique with a little bit of a sciencey twist. And like I said, if you like Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory, I think that you would enjoy this book. So for the last topic, I'm here to talk to you about the best of the best book that I read in the month of November. I actually read 12 books in the month of November, and only one book got a 5-star rating. So this was very easy for me to choose, and that was Poison Study by Maria V. Schneider. I have heard so much hype about this book on BookTube, which kind of made me hesitant to read it, and I don't know why I waited so long because this was so good. Our main character has to overcome adversity, like being put to death. We have kind of a forbidden love story. We have a lot of action, a lot of political aspects to this read. This book just gave me everything I could ever want, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. All right, friends, well, that does it for my best in books for November 2015. I would love to know what your favorite book of the month was. Go ahead and leave that down below. I also just want to remind everyone that I am doing a Q&A video very soon, so feel free to submit your questions to me either down below or in that Q&A video. I will go ahead and link that in the description box. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'm sure I will see you soon. Bye.